Minecraft is made of chunks. A chunk is a 16 by 16 area, and when your world is being generated, it gets generated in these chunks. Now, I personally really like the idea of trying to build an entire base inside of one. Yeah, it's going to be tricky, especially considering how bold my plans are. So first things first, let's get this place cleared up a little bit, and then we can start trying to work out where each thing is actually going to go. Obviously, most of this base is going to be under the ground. But with that being said, there's a few larger scale things that I want to have above the ground. For anyone who's seen the Hermitcraft series, you will probably recognize what I'm building right here. In Minecraft 1.14, there was a change made to TNT, which allowed it to drop every single item that it explodes. So it used to just blow things up and then you'd lose them. Now with TNT, it blows things up and you get to keep the items, which means it's incredibly useful for automatic farms. And automatic tree farms, I mean, you know, when do you not need wood? So let's just see if part 1 is working. If our tree grows... Yep, that needs a redstone clock next to it to update the piston. As I was saying, tree grows, everything extends, and everything gets pushed across. So what's essentially happening here, for those who don't know, this little redstone clock right here is constantly giving updates to this piston. It's constantly making that piston check its state. Now, when this block gets powered by this repeater right here, it realizes, oh, I should be extended. It extends, pushing all of these things across, which means the block gets pushed out the way, and then the piston goes, oh, I'm not powered anymore, and then it retracts. You kind of get this sort of circuitry going on. So we can push a bunch of trees out the way across like this. Redstone logic at its finest. With wood covered for the time being, it's now time to conquer the other really important thing that we always need in Minecraft, which is cobblestone. It's used all the time in crafting recipes, and I personally actually quite like building with it. So we've got the piston layout in place. This is designed by El Mango, and it's amazing. The only thing that I have to do now is place in the water and the lava, which for the life of me, I always get wrong. I don't think I've ever got this right first time. Yeah, no, I'm already wrong here. I think the lava goes on top of the pistons, and then the lava... Now I'm going to have to double check. The water goes on top of the pistons, the lava goes up at the top like this, and if we flick this lever... it generates so fast and gets moved out of the way so quickly that you don't actually see it generating. It just seems to appear over here. It's the strangest setup. I know this base is already looking really technical and a little bit ugly, but don't worry, it's going to get pretty soon. But there is one more really ugly thing that I quickly have to build before we get onto the good looking stuff, and that of course is our TNT duplicator. Kind of the heart of the build. It's quite necessary, and hopefully it should all be functioning. Now it goes without saying that I've made multiple backups here. If we flick the lever... Okay, TNT has dropped. Nothing has exploded that shouldn't have exploded. That seems really risky though. Look how close the TNT is when it explodes, but it seems to be all good. Oh. Okay, I mean, we might need to stop that from happening occasionally. Oh, that's even worse. I accidentally broke this thing and then it launched the TNT into the side of my storage system. After a quick rebuild, I think we might actually be onto a winner here. So I'm just trying it out with the cobblestone generator now, and it seems to be working pretty smoothly. I mean, as you can see, cobblestone comes in, TNT explodes, breaking the cobblestone, and all of the items just end up falling in the water. I've been running this for maybe 40 seconds, maybe a minute, and as you can see, we already have 2 stacks, which isn't bad considering I'm not really doing anything right now other than standing around. The tree farm, on the other hand, wasn't such plain sailing, but thankfully with the addition of a few leaf crushers, I've managed to get it working efficiently, and now wood is being exploded as it grows. Free wood, but ugly base. Very ugly base at this point in time. Let's spruce things up a little bit. And I think we can all agree that this is looking about 1,000 times better. I really, really like the way that this area is looking. So here you can see we have got my tiny little house. It is absolutely dinky, but it's going to take us down into the lower levels of the base. So we'll work on that in a second. But we also have this nice little pathway system that allows us to access the storage system for our cobblestone and our wood, and then also make our way over to the tree farm, activate it, and actually start using it. This, I want to move here. I want to move here in real life. and live the rest of my years in this one chunk. You know, it turns out that a chunk is actually quite a big place. I keep double checking that I haven't done something totally wrong here and I'm building in like a 32 by 32 area. No, this is 16 by 16. This is huge, we can fit everything in here. Now, as I think I previously mentioned, we're going to be building in floors with this thing. So obviously the top floor, well, I guess the ground level is the tree farm and the cobblestone farm, and then the first floor is going to be for food. Now, because I don't like an easy ride, and I don't want to make things simple for myself, I want our main food source to be pumpkin pies with this one, simply because, well, first off, it's a good food source, but more importantly, we can use pumpkin pie inside the composters to get a reliable source of bone meal, which is going to be handy because we don't have any skeleton grinders within our base, and those tree farms, they eat a lot of bone meal. Is it the most efficient way of doing things? Absolutely not, but is it quite cool? Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. Now, obviously, the first thing that we need for a pumpkin pie farm is actually a pumpkin farm, but to make things more efficient, I've actually had to create a melon and pumpkin farm, because if you just have a single crop of just pumpkins, that actually reduces the efficiency and reduces the likelihood of things growing, because technical things. I'm curious, okay, I've been sat here for about a minute and I haven't seen anything grow. I would have thought that would have happened by now. Oh, is the light level too low? I've just realised it's completely pitch black down. Yep, there we go. Yep, yeah. Alright, turn down the random dig speed. I've just realised I've got a night vision potion on. It's pitch black in here. Wow, that was a lot of melons and pumpkins. Now that things have calmed down a tiny bit, I've added in a little bit of decoration here, and this is looking really, really nice. I like the idea of the double layered glass, so you can see into the melon and pumpkin area, but then you'll also be able to see the mine carts going back and forth when I finally put them in. I thought I wouldn't put them in for now because, yeah, I don't fancy just listening to those for the rest of the video, to be honest. Another culprit of really annoying noises is chickens. We need an egg farm to create the pumpkin pie farm, but once again, you know, I don't really want to put the chickens in place because they will drive me up the wall. The final stage of this thing is, of course, the sugarcane farm. Now, for those of you who don't know, sugarcane is a bit of an interesting one. This is once again thanks to Il Mango. He posted a video talking about zero-tick sugarcane farming. Oh, it's a little bit strange, but if you zero-tick the block underneath a piece of sugarcane back and forth using zero-tick pulses, it will cause the sugarcane to grow a lot faster. Minecraft is a weird game, okay? Minecraft is full of weird things. And I have built this weird thing correctly. So look at this. The sugarcane's actually getting broken so fast that you kind of don't see it. And it seems to be popping everywhere. It's not really going in any sort of area that we can do anything with. I don't really know what to do with this. If I have a hopper here, is it going to collect anything? Okay, it collected that one bit. I mean, this might be one of those things that you kind of have to stand next to and just pick it up as it comes in. But look how fast this is. There is no funny business going on with random tick speeds or anything like that. This is in straight vanilla Minecraft. The sugarcane is just growing that fast because of the block being moved back and forth underneath it. It's strange, it's weird, I don't want to talk about it, it creeps me out. Slowing down the piston does seem to have helped though. We are now actually gathering up a lot of the sugarcane, and this thing's working. I mean, it's been running for what, 30 seconds, and already we have about 30 pieces of sugarcane. That's not bad. And now that I've done a bit of decorating in this place, it looks a little bit cooler than it did. Obviously still very industrial. I mean, that's kind of how it goes. We've got a lot of farms in here, but it's quite a nice place to be. So I would say this floor is now done. It's time to move down onto the next floor. And don't worry, I will add all of the chickens and the minecarts at the end of the video. Once again, I don't want that headache. Anyway, my goal for this level here is obviously to do some form of super smelter system. We can't have a base without some form of super smelter. You guys have seen me build them a bunch of times, so I'll just fly through this one quickly. So this design is a little 7 furnace system, so it's not exactly the fastest super smelter in the world, but it's 7 times faster than a regular furnace. Now, it's a bit of a big and bulky design, but it seems to be working quite nicely. Let's check, actually. So we've got nothing on the inside of here. If we put 64 cobblestone in there, and then if we grab ourselves some coal as well, and put 64 coal on the inside of this chest, and then flick this lever, that will activate everything, and then our furnaces will all start working. So if we look, we've got 2 in each one of these. Obviously now we have 4. But the items get evenly dispersed between all of the furnaces, so the load has been shared, and that makes everything much, much quicker because we're now smelting things simultaneously. And I gotta say, I actually think this design looks pretty cool. It looks really nice in here. But you may be wondering what I'm planning on doing with this area here. Well, it might look a tiny bit familiar. 2 pistons facing one another, 3 blocks apart. Yes, we're going to build another zero-tick farm, this time for bamboo, because bamboo can be used as fuel for furnaces. And, well, let's just say that the zero-tick bamboo farm is ridiculously quick. So, if we just get ourselves set up quickly with that. In fact, actually, I think that torch needs to be over there. That will create a zero-tick pulse. Super fast, and we need 2 of them. And then, in theory, all we need is this redstone line up at the top running into the piston. But, as you may be able to tell, I've dismantled it because it doesn't seem to be working. I'm just going to make sure it's not directional. No, it doesn't seem to be. They might have fixed it. It definitely feels like they fixed it, doesn't it? Oh no! That's one of my favourite bugs in Minecraft and it's gone. Unless of course I've done something totally wrong, in which case, yeah, just shout at me down in the comment section. You know, I'm sure one day I'll remember that I actually have a night vision potion on and that generally things don't grow when it's really dark. One day I'll remember that, but today clearly it's not the day, okay? But the good news is that the game still has this crazy bug. All I needed was some light. There is bamboo flying everywhere. How do I turn this thing off? Right, I've managed to get things under control a little bit more, and look at this. Not one, I was about to say not one piece of bamboo is escaping this, but it seems like that one bit did, just as I started the sentence, in typical fashion. But check this out. Fuel flying in from a farm that is the size of my pinky finger. I mean, how... I mean, I love Minecraft for things like this, okay? Things like this that make zero sense but are brilliant. I also love the absolute nutcases who find this stuff. I mean, who discovered that? Who thought there'd zero-tick a block underneath the bamboo? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, just to finish up this room, I thought it would be worth adding in some of the extra new furnaces. So we've got the blast furnace, and then we also have the smoker for all the things that don't really apply to being super smelted and also make sense in here. And then I guess I have probably got to light up this area a tiny bit as well, because I imagine without my night vision potion, it's probably pitch black. Which way do you guys read signs? Do you read them across like this, or do you read down and then down again? Obviously with this it doesn't matter because it says super duper 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 smelter either way. Moving on from that nonsense, let's make our way onto the next layer of this design, and I would say this is where I want my bed and most importantly my storage system to be. Storage is, yeah, it's pretty important. It's where you spend about 90% of your time in Minecraft. Now the question is, do we have room to do anything even remotely fancy with our storage system here? The good news is we have this massive space here, so I'm thinking we just do bulk storage in this area here. I think that would look amazing. You can look up at all the chests of cobblestone and stone that you have. That's fine, but I wanted to have some form of sorting system. I don't know, it might be a bit of a struggle, but I think I've come up with a good compromise. For all the items that are kind of all over the place, things like redstone resources, you've got all your precious items, your villager trading items, you've got all your farming items, wood, nether, concrete, all the various different stone types, all the different glass types, all the different terracotta types, and then end bits. All of those things I'm going to sort into all of these chests right here, but I'm going to do it manually because there's so many variations of all those types of items that it just, with the amount of space that we've got, it works best to do it manually. But for things like stone, cobblestone, dirt, all that stuff that's always in your inventory, we're going to have big bulk storage silos that also have sorting systems above them. So we put all of the items, say for example, in this chest right here, they then get taken up, sorted into all of these chests that are going to be stacked up with nice redstone lamps next to them, and it's going to end up looking amazing. And already, I love this thing. I think it looks, oh, that is wicked, being able to peep through and seeing all these chests, and they never seem to end. You're like, surely it's going to stop now. It's still going? Except, sadly, I have some slightly bad news. The redstone just simply didn't fit with that original setup, so I've done this new setup with just 2 of the storage silos, and I have to say, I think it actually looks cooler. I actually prefer this, I think. And the redstone is now all in place for the silos, so those redstone lamps are now fully hooked up. As these chests fill up, those redstone lamps will switch on. So say, for example, this chest gets filled with cobblestone, that redstone lamp will be on, this one fills up, that one turns on. Yeah, you get the picture. I'm sure anyone who's been on my channel for more than 5 minutes will have seen these before. Now, all I have to do is actually get the storage system all up and running. So this is where our things are. I mean, can I even... How am I going to fit this in? I guess something like... Yeah, actually, this will fit really easily. Yeah, because I just need to... I just need to do some... It will fit, okay? I am so terrible at doing redstone under pressure while I'm recording. But I did end up getting it sorted, so now it's just a case of sending the items from our input chest up to the top so that they can be sorted. So let's give it a go then. If we throw in a stack of cobblestone... I can hear things happening, then we should start seeing lights flickering. Alright, okay, maybe we won't see any lights flickering. But I can see items going in. Where are... I mean, none of them are... Yeah, they are all going in. Are any being lost? Or is it just taking a little while? Yeah, I guess it's just not the fastest thing on the planet. Right, okay, so cobblestone has gone in, that's all good. Now, if we chuck the dirt in, that should all go in place as well. And I think there was 10 pieces of cobblestone beforehand, maybe only 8. No, it was 10. Okay, so that's all gone in correctly. Dirt is now flooding into the system. This system, it functions. We have sorted storage silos. Okay, well, let's just get the final few details in. And I would say that just about does it. So we've got a bed, we've got a place to sleep, we've got crafting benches, ender chests, we've got a little bit of repairing and disenchanting here. We don't have any way to get XP in the base, so that's why we don't really have an enchanting setup, because I would assume that would be outside of the base. But other than not having that, I'd say that's about all we don't have, okay? Because we have got literally everything you would need to survive in Minecraft here. We have got a way to get wood. We have got a way to get cobblestone. Fully automatically, really nice and quickly. We have got a way to get food. On a large scale, we've got a way to get bone meal as well, thanks to new composters. We've got massive super smelters, we've got a self-fueling super smelter, as well as blast furnaces and smokers and things. And then also, we have got a gigantic storage system down at the bottom here, including sorted storage silos. I would say this is probably one of the coolest bases that fits within a 16 by 16 area I've ever seen. I'm super proud of this thing. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and filming channel stuff, new video just released, link will be on the end screen, or right now, I guess. I think you'll enjoy it.